Hello, it's Jeffrey with Real Nifty Vintage, and in this video I'm going to show you 10 things that sold in the month of April on Etsy. And these are just items that I thought were kind of cool or they had great selling prices, but I'm going to dive right in and show you the things that sold. First, I will mention though that all of the prices, the sold prices, include shipping. That is something that I do on my store. I have shipping included in the price, and I think I have a video on this, but I'm contemplating whether or not I want to go deeper into all the mechanics of having the shipping already included. It's a little bit more tricky whenever it's items that are one of a kind and the weights are all over the place and you're shipping them all over the place, but it's pretty straightforward and I kind of prefer it. So let's get on with this right now. All right, the first item up is this really awesome drinking set with the caddy, and it also includes this little ice bucket. Now, this sold for a total of $82.68. The fee that Etsy charges was $4, 5% of that, and then the shipping was about $26. So that means I netted roughly $43 on these items. Also, whenever you consider that I paid $10 for them. So yes, I put in the pocket $43 on these glasses, and they are just super cool. I love them. The black and white diamonds on here, so neat. Of course, it was a little bit more of a hassle shipping them, but I think it was worth it. And it, of course, comes with this really great drinking caddy. The next thing up is this neat set of Tupperware bowls. These are mixing bowls. It is in the Wonderlear Tupperware set. It has these different colors here, really cool. It's from the 70s or so, and it sold for a total of $54. I only paid $2 for these mixing bowls. With the fees and the shipping and everything, I netted about $37 on these bowls. Obviously, they didn't take much to ship. You know, they were only $11.80 to ship out of that, and really cool. I tried out putting these little boomerang pattern on the background here. It looks kind of silly now, but yeah, it's another piece of Formica that I have of this fun retro boomerang. But yeah. Next up, these were a really fun auction find, and they are super cool. They're bookends and these medieval knight heads. They sold for $65 total. I paid $6 for these at the auction, and with fees and shipping and everything, they made me $32. So that's really good. There was like one little chip right there on this medallion on the side of his, by his ear, but they are just really awesome, from the 70s, glazed pottery, very fun. Next up, okay, these next two items were sold to the same person, so I'm going to go ahead and show you both of them because it's a little hard to separate the shipping and everything. But I sold the Scotch Bourbon and Gin decanter set, really awesome. And secondly, I sold these wonderful mid-century candlestick holders. They're kind of like an hourglass shape. Well, let's see here. I didn't separate them, but for the pair of them, both items, they sold for $158. Okay, I'm trying to think how to word this. I put in my pocket, profit-wise, after cost of goods, after the shipping, after the fees, about $101. So that is really awesome for the pair of those items. It's basically like $50 a piece if you want to look at it that way. But really awesome. I paid $6 for these at the auction, these bourbon set, the bourbon drinking set, and then about $6 for these brass candlestick holders. Really cool things. This here is a very awesome mid-century clock. Well, mid-century, it's like from the 50s or 60s, but this is an old school clock, what you would have found at your days of school, the long days of school. Every classroom had one like this. Also, you could have put this in a setting like, what do you call that? A warehouse or industrial setting if you had a job or something. I don't know what I'm trying to say. What this is a series of clocks. They would have all ran together as slave clocks against one master clock. So you would have had one clock that set the time, and all the rest of the clocks would have been attached to it through wiring in the school or place you're building, and that way all the clocks would have had the same exact time, and you wouldn't have to go room by room and change the clocks. Well, for this, I went ahead and changed out the mechanism inside of the clock so that it can actually be used. You cannot use the clocks as they are, as they come. So whenever I bought this at the auction, I think I paid, I don't know, like $3 or $4 for the clock, but I happened to buy, in total, I think I have 4 or 5. I don't remember. I either have 4 or 5 of these clocks, identical. And what I did, like I said, is I got new mechanics for it, new quartz movements, so that they can actually be used. Otherwise, they're just going to look pretty. But as a working clock, I changed out all of the mechanics. It was only about $10 extra for these parts. Well, anyways, it sold for $160. That includes shipping, and just a really great item here. And like I said, I have at least 3 or 4 more of these. I do need to list the other ones, but I need to get on that. One of the clocks I'm keeping, and it's currently down in my basement right now as part of a diner setting, so that looks really cool. But yeah, I really like this clock. Like I said, $160 was the selling price. I put cost of goods at $15 for this by the time you consider the change out of the parts. And the fees was like $8. The shipping was $21 and some change. So I netted in my pocket, after all fees, cost of goods, $115. Very awesome for this. It did take a while to sell, by the way. It took, what did it take? Like 6 to 8 months, somewhere in there. But a great sale. These were a really awesome find at an auction, and I've had them for a while. I left them in my curio cabinet because I didn't know if I wanted to sell them. And like all things, it seems like I eventually come around. So I sold these Lefton Lusterware Deer. It's a pair of them. They have really great little pink and blue flowers with gold accenting. The blue rhinestone eyes. Just, it's like, and this dish soap type shiny, shimmery splendor effect going on here. So the deer sold for $95 with shipping included, mind you. I paid about $5 for these deer at the auction. This was also a multi-item sale. So these were part of what sold, along with these gold pheasants. Now, there were a couple other things also in the same sale. In total, the person ordered 4 things all in one order, and I believe they went to Switzerland. So these are the 2 that are like really interesting though out of the set of 4. But the pheasant sold for $74 with shipping included as well. So altogether, I don't know. I'm trying to keep this organized here. I netted, after all fees, shipping, all that kind of stuff, $150 for just these 2 items right here. You take out the shipping, the cost of goods, fees, $150. So about $75 for each of those items. The really cool Lefton figurines and these gold pheasants from the 70s. Awesome pieces. Next up is this Otagiri, I can never pronounce it. I think it's Otagiri, I believe. So it's a lovely porcelain koala bear musical figurine, and it's just a really cool thing. I picked this up in Florida months ago whenever I was there on a vacation, and it was at a Goodwill. I think I paid about $3 for this, $3 or $4 for this. It's just really pretty though. So the koala sold for a total of $38. Like I said, I put the cost of goods at $4. The fees was about $2. Shipping was about $8.12. So after all of that, I netted about $24. Very awesome for what this is, and I just think it's so cute. This is another interesting little figurine. This is E&R Italy. It's a pansy, a purple. I bought this as part of a larger figurine grouping set at a flea market. So it came with a display case, like a gold and clear glass display case. I think it was about $20 for all of the contents and the case included. And so when you kind of average it out and all this, it comes to about $1 a figurine. So $1, and it sold for $30 with shipping included. After fees and everything, that brought me $22 in profit. So really awesome little figurine here. I'll flip through. I think I've been forgetting to flip through, but just a really cute figurine here. Golden Crown E&R Italy. The last item up on this list here is another awesome piece that I've had for a very long time. Really happy to have finally sold it. It is actually I've had it for so long that my old background is being used here, the blue. And then I have my gray cracked ice Formica. So this is a larger piece. And I did put in here 17 inches is the length. 17 inches long here by 6.5 inches tall. Beautiful, beautiful piece here. It's porcelain, mid-century, made in Italy of these pheasants. Just beautiful. I'll flip through just so you can look at it. Still has the foil sticker. Don't believe there's any chips or cracks. Genuine handmade Italian import with a pink interior here. Beautiful. Large planter. So this finally sold after a very long time of having it. So that means like over a year, year and a half at least. Sold for $95. Beautiful. The shipping, oh, I paid $3 for this at an auction. It was a wonderful find, and I was shocked to have gotten it for that. And it actually came with a smaller, almost identical copy of this, and the one that it came with was about 5 inches in length. So I have that one still. But this one here, it sold for about, like I said, $95. After shipping, fees, and everything, I made $77 on it. So that was a great profit for this. Beautiful. Like I said, it was large, so it did take a little bit of effort to get this guy boxed up, but I just love it so much. So as you can see, I had a great month of sales, and as it actually adds up to about $600 profit on that selection of things I just showed you. So that's pretty good average selling price, and that's not gross sales, that's net in the bank account money. So very nice. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this video now. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye-bye.